Hey, John. Nitro Addiction, thanks for coming. I just figured Hybrid said he wasn't doing a live tonight, so I figured I might as well just come on and do some Friday night tinkering and I guess Saturday night tinkering, I guess. And figured we could hang out and tinker with my new project. Hey, Native Nitro, I haven't seen you for a while. So this is my new to me, just showed up today, Kyosho Inferno STR. So I bought it from a friend of mine slash Nitro Pimp, not the Nitro Pimp RC guy, but the guy that sells me a lot of RC cars up in Edmonton, and he phoned me and he said he had this up there and he was looking to get rid of it and looking to sell it, and he said he wasn't into the project, so I ended up picking it up off of him. So here it is. Yeah, so I mean, it is. I did buy it as a roller. Well, sort of as a roller. It was the steering was kind of jacked up. It was missing one of the screws here on one of the towers for the pin, so I had to do some pissing around there. I got that sorted out. The steering was all messed up. Anyway, long story short, I got it tied back together enough that it's a roller now, and it did come with the original wheels. So I think originally this thing came with a TK18 engine. I think it's like John said there, but it had the little screws for that little weird engine to go in there, but this one has actual engine mounts in it, as you can see. So I'm not sure if somebody did that, but I highly doubt it because the holes look stock. It's got both sets of holes in it. It needs a little bit of a cleanup, but it's all there. So yeah, so it's so anyway, I got this at a reasonable price, so I was interested in picking it up. And it's not too bad. It seems to roll reasonably deep. Oh, and it was missing the front shocks. So today when I was digging through my collection, I found a set of front OFNA shocks that fit it. So yeah, that took me the most around pissing around today trying to make up a set of shocks for it. So I had originally pulled this ProTech Nova Euro engine out of my Hot Bodies buggy, thinking it was screwed, and then it turns out that it's just not shimmed for. I was trying to run it on 30%, and it's not shimmed for the 30%. It's shimmed for 20%. So it would flash out all the time, but it has really good pinch, and I couldn't figure out why it would do that. And then that's why it turns out. Fortunately, I figured that out on one of John's lives actually. So yeah, long story short, I'm going to put this back in, and then I should be having an engine for this. And then I'm trying to figure out which pipe to put in it. I got a JP2 pipe and header and a Hyper pipe and header. So I'll just figure out which one of those I want to put on there. Hey, Northeast. And then obviously I'll have to sort out what to do with the clutch. And then for whatever reason, this engine mount is a smidge bit too low. So I have to figure out how to shim it up just enough that this engine doesn't rock on the crankcase plate, which is a little weird. So I would love it if this mount would fit in there, and then I could take this other one out of there. I wonder if it fit. No, won't work. Dang, there's a quick change mount. Anybody that needs one, I think this is for an associated buggy. So I have a Forbidden Designs quick change mount for Forbidden, for an associated. Oh, I get, looks like I gotta move that camera over just a smidge. Sorry, fellas. There. Yeah, so like I said, we'll put that back in. And then the other issue, he says there's an issue with the front diff. So if I hold the rears and I can turn this, and it's turning the center diff. So I don't think there's actually anything wrong with it. But then if I hold the rear and turn the front, no, it's turning it. He said the diff was piled up in the front. And it seems to be, yeah, see there. I can actually turn the front drive shaft's turning and it's not trying to push my hands. So I think that front diff there's something hooey in there, and I figured that would be our topic of conversation this evening. And we can have a look in there and see what's going on. Hey, Rob. Now he told me, now I'm curious to see if this is correct or not. He said that the front diff in this is the same as a T-Max. So if he's right, I have a T-Max diff, and we'll find out and see how that goes. But but first things first, I should switch this over to a stand instead of this starter box. That's the first thing we'll do, I guess, is open up that front diff and see what surprises lie beneath, I guess. Because I'm sure there'll be something. See what we got, what creatures lie beneath, I guess. Ooh, wow. That front end doesn't want to let go of the bumper. That bumper should slide out of there. Should. I wonder if it's going to make me pull the whole front end off. Oh, there's a screw right in the middle. That's different. That screwdriver's too big. Hey, Rinks. No, I couldn't wait to dig into it. I figured Hybrid texted me today and said that he wasn't going to do a live stream tonight. So I was like, I will take advantage of it. And I figured I got this today. It'd be a good time to kind of have a preliminary look and see what I'm up against for bits and pieces. So So this is a Inferno STR, Kyosho Inferno STR. So, and I picked it up from a guy that I know in Edmonton. So I bought it as a roller, kind of knowing it was a bit of a project, but I figured I don't have a Kyosho Inferno truggy, and it'd be good to add to the collection. So here we are. See if it comes out like a regular buggy or not. We will find out momentarily. See what sleeping dogs lie in here, I guess. There's one. There. All right. Ooh, she feels crunchy inside. Well, it's one of these. Yeah, she don't feel too hot. I think there's going to be some ugliness in there. Slide this thing back a little bit. The crown gears are loose. That doesn't help. Looks like that one side gear's. I've never seen them with square blocks in there like that. That's kind of different. Hey, Michael Graham. Yeah, look at, check it out. They're kind of like, yeah, that's different for sure. Leave it to Kyosho. The spider gears look okay. The now he told me somebody wound the oil fill screw in too far, and it was rubbing on the was rubbing on the spiders. We'll take that out of there, just for the sake of testing, and clean that up. Because it looks like it's kind of pushed some filings inside there. It doesn't look horrible though. So there's the spider gear, or the, oh yeah, the teeth are kind of flat on it compared to that side. These ones aren't helical cut, they're just straight cut. So, yeah, he peeled the teeth off that ring gear. And it looks like the spiders are okay. I guess off side gear, not ring gear. I said ring gear, but yeah. So the ring gear is okay. And this one side gear is good. It's nice and sharp. This one is absolutely boogered. There's no teeth left on it. So now we'll see. Hey, Texas Hill. So we'll see if I'll dig through my shit and see if we can find one and see if what he says is correct. If T-Max stuff is the same. We'll find out. Now, here's a T-Max diff. So now we'll see if the parts from this will fix that. I guess I better make sure I don't mix these up. It looks a frig of a size smaller. I can't see that working, but maybe the internal gears are the same. We'll find out. Hey Grizzly, if I haven't said hey, welcome. You know, this almost looks the same as a Techno diff for side gears. And I have spare Techno parts. And I have spare ones that, no way man, that's way different. He's on the crack. Nope, that's a hard no. Okay. Next, I will put this stuff in the T-Max bucket. Back in there, get it out of the way before I get this stuff mixed up. And we'll carry on with our search. So I need one side gear. Okay, that's not the same. What do I have that would be that size? Sure, this is way too big. I believe this is an actual spool. It looks like the right size housing. No, I think I better leave this one alone because this is pretty rare. This is an actual Offna Pirate factory diff piece. I should leave this alone. Because if I butcher this, it'll be a sad day. I could lock that front end up solid, I guess. I could do it that way. Just stuff it full of 1,000 or 1 million. That would also work. I think I might have an MGT diff. No MGT cases. No MGT diff. No, nothing in there either. This is all Thunder Tiger parts. Sift through my bucket of Offna parts. This is all Hot Bodies, new old stock. Hey Lotus, thanks for coming, buddy. We're just working on my new project here, trying to find a side gear because this one side gear is toast. Okay, not in that bag. There's a diff housing. No diff carrier. Here's an entire front end for pillow ball for Opna. Set of pinions. Motor mount. And do not have a side gear. Not in that bunch. Funny thing is, I saw one not that long ago. Now I just have to find it. It's all fuel tanks. There. See if this is the same. This is a send diff. This is a Send 7.7 Genesis diff. Hey Hybrid, thanks for coming. I'm trying to find a side gear for this Kyosho Inferno front diff. Ooh, that's beefy. That is definitely beefy. Look at the teeth in that thing. How coarse that is. See what it looks like, I guess, when we open it up. It never ends, I've written out. And so I worked on this one when I got it out of the mail today, and just to get it to this point, and then here we are. These are well Loctited in here from factory. Trying to think of what I got that I could steal parts out of, but I don't think I got anything that I could steal parts out of. And where did my bed gear go? There it is. Way too big. Kind of figured as much. Could have more. I missed that. Vertex 18, that's the Kyosho engine? Alright. Put this back together. Just so I don't lose the parts. I don't like losing stuff. Especially because the next person that'll need this will probably be John. So, breaking it all over. Well, okay. So, what's your guys' thoughts then if I can't find a side gear for it? Do you think I should just stuff it full of million? I could try shimming it as well, just to bring it out that little bit to help improve the contact pattern. Yeah, because there is room to shim that. I Like there's some free play there. I could shim that in quite a bit more. What are the odds of that? I pushed that right out the oil fill hole. Okay, now I just need to find a shim. There's one right there. That'll work. I'm gonna fish that pin back in. Where's my hole? Oh. I thought I forgot the shim for a second. Oh, that went in like nothing. So it definitely took that shim pretty easy. This is the weirdest dip. I gotta admit. I've done a lot of dips, and this one is the strangest. With these steel side plate things, it's kind of goofy. I probably only go in one way, and I'm trying to cram them in the wrong way. Why does Kyosho have to do? I love Kyosho, don't get me wrong, but my God, why do they always have to be so different from everybody else? They're just odd when it comes to shit like that. They love. That makes good contact. Hey, Minnie, thanks for coming. This is my new to be. Hey, Minnie, this is from your neck of the woods. One of the fellas up there that I've talked to, that I've bought RC cars from a few times, other than yourself, called me and says, "Hey, I got an RC car I want to sell," and I said, "Oh," and he said, "Yeah." So he offered me this, and I'm sure you've probably bought stuff with him because I think you guys run in the same circles. And he hooked me up with this one, so. He said it was a project that he didn't want to tie into, and we just like wanted out of it. So, what do you think I should put in here for the front diff oil, knowing that this front diff is slightly compromised? I'll quickly rinse this out because it's a little gooey. There, that's better. Okay. Now, oils. I'm thinking I should just pack the fucking thing right full of thick stuff. You think 500K? Stuff looks like molasses, that should work. That should lock her up. I love oil, you got a spoon in there. Like John said, I'm not racing with it, it's just a basher. So, you'd never want to do this if you're actually going to race the thing. This stuff is so thick, you gotta turn it to get it to suck it in there. You don't have to worry about it pouring out. The only thing Gosha loves these Phillips screws, man. That's pretty much locked up. Still turns a little bit. Brings new meaning to the word posi-track. If this works, I should almost switch this to the back. Because it's not going to steer worth a shit on the asphalt, that's for sure. There. Back together. Now I gotta try and remember. Okay, on the Gyoshos you can only put them in one way. Because there's a cutout of the floor for it. Nice, Minnie, that's nice. Get her to mow the lawn. I used to have that. Don't have one of those anymore. But we'll need to get into that. Okay, there's that, there's that. Make sure that shim is in the right place. Okay. Push these pins back in. There. Okay. Now. Oh, yeah, so the side gear in this Texas was slipping incredibly, and the guy said that somebody screwed this little oil fill plug here in too far, the fellow I got it from, and he said that it contacted the side gear and it planed the side gear off, and he's not wrong, it did. It's exactly what happened. And it was a project that he didn't want to get into, and he decided to sell it to me. So I ended up with it, And now this is my new to me project, so that I figured that when we tie into it, it'd be fun for us to do it together. So here we are. I don't know BBT. You know, I didn't even research this thing much, just aside from the fact that I didn't have it, so I wanted it because I didn't have one. So, and sometimes I get a little funny that way. Just if it's something I don't have, and I kind of want it. So here it is. They're actually, I thought they were, but they're actually Pro Lines, Badlands, and these are actually the stock wheels. So somebody took the stock wheels and peeled the original rubber off and put new rubber on it. So which I mean, good on them because that's not easy. Hey, two. And again, I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to steal Hybrid's air slot. Me and him had talked earlier today, and he was like, "If you want to do a live, bro, go ahead." And I said, "Sure," because I wanted to wrench on this thing tonight, and I figured it'd be good to do it together, and here we are. I always try and be respectful if somebody else has something else scheduled, because I just think that's super douchey if somebody's going to take somebody else's time slot. I just don't agree with that. Yeah, I just don't buy that. I don't subscribe to that. I don't think it's fair. You know, somebody shouldn't do that. If somebody has a regular slot, like, I'm not gonna go on Monday night when John's doing his and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a live," and then try and get his subs. I just think that's shitty when people do that stuff. And I know people do it. Yeah, I haven't seen you on that much, A2s. Everything okay in your world? All right. Circlet time. Everybody's favorite. Make sure they're pulled forward all the way. If you ever want to pull these forward a little bit, if you grab them with side cutters, you can actually grab the land and pull it that way. Yeah, just grab the when you get into the snap ring groove with the side cutters, you can just pull it forward. The dogs were going nuts outside. I was wondering if we had another bear. I had bears the last 3 nights in my stuff. It's funny, you know, you live in a small town and you're sitting on the deck having a beer and you hear this kaboom, and then and nobody even bats an eye, and it's a shotgun going off, or a big gun anyway. It sounded like a 45-70 or something, but it was a fairly substantial sound. I do agree, Texas. That would be splendid, because that would mean that the nitro population is growing once again. I think it's actually on a resurgence. I'm just maybe I'm being uh, uh unplaced optimism, I guess, but that's my feeling. That feels pretty good. There. What do you guys think? Should we check that center diff? There's probably, I'm willing to bet there's nothing in there but hopes and dreams. And probably not much left for the dream end of things. We're happy to have you too, A2. We do appreciate the support, all of us. It's tough, you know. You get regular life going on, and then you try and fit this stuff in, and it's hard, you know. What do you guys figure? Where should I go next? Should I do the center diff? It's all pretty much disconnected. It's pretty easy anyway. Might as well. Thoughts? Opinions? Yeah. Thanks, Texas. I agree. The need to have a boo and see. Place your bets. Place your bets. What's in there? I'm guessing SFA. There. Sorry that took so long. Bad joke. All right. Yeah, it does use the side ones like an OFNA. They're very similar by the looks of it, except for they don't have those stupid sliding bolts like an OFNA. There is 0 brake pads in this thing. I'm assuming it just uses the steel, because there's not even any remnants of a brake pad left. Holy long screws, Batman. The only thing Ryobi tools are good for is this shit. They haven't got the power to pull themselves off a dog turd the rest of the time, so they're... But they don't strip anything. Oh man, I hate it when people use grease. For 5 cents. Look at it. Right friggin' full. Yuck. It's like, seriously, go spend the $5 to buy the right shit. It's like, I've never come across chewing gum. That's kind of gnarly. Although it would smell spearminty, it would be it would be a little nicer. Than this is kind of. Oh yeah, that's some good old wheel bearing grease right there. Nice. Sorry guys, just gotta wash this out. There. Yuck. All right. Yeah, I may have tasted lots of grease over my time. There. Now, I think I'm gonna stick 500K in this stuff too. I know, why did I bother cleaning it out if I was gonna stick this heavy shit in there, but. You can take a heat gun to this stuff and it will flow a lot nicer. No, I hear you, Minnie. There's gonna be no slipping in this one. And if you leave it sit, it will settle down in there on its own over time. Well, that's kind of the reason I like this heavy stuff too, BBT, is it never leaks out. Like, so if you got an old kit, like an old Okna or something like that, and it doesn't seal very good, you put 7,000 in it, you'll see it'll leave spots on the shelf where it's leaking. And this shit never leaks out. Well, obviously it's thick as shit, right? So it doesn't even, it never leaks. Hey, baby. Puppy. Hey, sweetie. Hi. My puppy come to see me. She likes to check on me from time to time. Make sure the bears didn't get me. Whenever you're doing these two, it pays to stop right before you the screw bottoms out and just turn the one side, because it's if you get right on top of tooth to tooth, I've broken them before, especially if you're sucking them in with a power tool. Yeah, totally, BBT. Yeah, I am. I don't say anything that I'm blowing smoke out my ass. I'm not saying I'm completely all that in a bag of chips, but and I have fucked my own shit up. So like if I tell you don't do something, it's because I've already fucked it up. So. Ooh. like this. Now this doesn't want to turn. There it goes. Holy, that is locked up now. Hey, I don't like that. That doesn't feel smooth. Something is not copacetic. There it is. Ooh, that is not going to slip now. That's more or less a solid locker now. Tighten that up. That thing does not want to move. Yeah, anybody that kind of preaches that they've never messed anything up is either A, not trying hard enough, or B, is full of shit. You're gonna screw stuff up. I even tell that to my apprentices. You know, like, if you don't screw anything up, you're not trying. Straight up. The only ones that never screw anything up are the ones that don't do anything. Where did that screw come from? That's weird. That doesn't look like that belongs to anything here. Oh, I know where that came from. That came out of the throttle linkage. Somebody's got this brake adjusted way too loose. One. Man, I've seen there's some kits on eBay in Australia right now, and it's crazy. The exchange from Canadian to Australian is actually not that bad, and I was tempted to pick it up. Not that I need any more, but you always need some. There we go. A little bit of brake drag, nothing heavy. Okay. Now, put the mount screws back in. Then on to the next thing. Feels nice and smooth. There. Now, the one thing I'm curious about with that engine, see how I put it in here and it rocks? So I'm going to have to shim it either between here and the feet or shim the feet up. It's probably easier to shim the feet up. Just trying to put screws underneath here is not the most advantageous. Hey, Dane. You know what, Michael, I don't even, Joe sent me a Fortec and it's all original and it's one of the original ones. And it's actually inside the house on a display. I don't run it very often because I'm kind of scared to. Because we don't have the world's best asphalt here. Hey, Bobby, come here. We don't have the world's best asphalt, so. Okay, Bobby, I gotta get back to this. Okay. My dog just wants me to pay attention to her. I don't think I need much for a shim to lift this up. Okay. Like it's literally just so that it doesn't sit flat. Let me see what I can find for some screws. Well, not screws, sorry, washers. I'm kind of running a little skinny on the washer department. There's one. 1, 2. Oh, there's another one. 3. Come on, be one more in here. Dang it. Need one more. Nope. Nope, too small. Oh, there's one. Okay, hopefully one washer is enough to lift that up. Enough. This is going to be a treat. Oh, nose is itchy. I don't like stacking washers either, man. Yeah, I get you. I don't like that idea. I don't even really want to have to do this, but I don't think of another way to actually do this nicely. I don't like putting washers underneath the engine mounts, like underneath the engine to the mount. Ugh. I knew that one was going to be a bear. I dropped my washer in there somewhere. Of course, doesn't fall out. Dandy. And of course, that's all I had for washers. Must be underneath that box somewhere now. There it is. Oh, that got her. Oh, it's still a little bit. You know, I wonder if I could just take, if that's pushed up on the bottom pan, and I could just take and drive that down just a bit, because it seems like it's rose right in the middle. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to just tap that down just a bit. just gotta move those out a little bit. Ooh, I got a little overzealous with the tapping. But it sits flat now. That's perfect. That's perfect now. That sits flat. Now I gotta find some engine mount screws. That'll be the next problem. Kind of running, I gotta buy some more stock on screws. I'm running low on just about everything. Later, Minnie. Have a good night, buddy. Thank you for coming. I really like panhead screws, not I don't think these are long enough. Yeah, they are. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on now. Dag damn it. Shy by 1. That's the right screw, but it's really long. Yep, too long. Well, I tell you, I just, BBT, I just bought one not that long ago, Hot Bodies, and I paid $250 USD for it. Well, so by the time I ended up getting it with shipping and everything else, it was pricey. These are all standard screws. I've been meaning to go through these baggies and put them in kits, so they're not in these bags, and I just haven't gotten around to it. These look good. Only problem with them is they're stainless. I'll take this out and tap and Loctite these after the test fitting's all done. And I'm gonna strip that. I hate stainless screws. Take that screw out before I finish it off. Because that's what will happen. That one's bit good. I hate those dome-headed screws for engine mounts. There. Nice. I will say one thing, this is the most adjustable engine mount I think I've ever seen. There. No. There's that. Obviously, I'm gonna have to piss around trying to figure out what to do for a clutch and everything, because I think I'm out of clutch bits. So I know I've got bells, but I don't think I have any clutches themselves left. And I think I'm actually out of exhaust springs to boot. I've just gone through too many kits lately. Which pipe do you guys know? Which pipe do you guys like the best? So there's the Piper pipe. and then the JP2. You know, I'd have bet money you'd have said the JP2, John. I knew it. I don't know why. I just was thinking to myself, going, John's going to pick the JP2. That's too funny. All right, now. Exhaust. You agree, BBT? Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, he's psychic. All right. Now, I think I am out of exhaust springs. We might be dead in the water here shortly. We'll see. I'm gonna buy that lot off of eBay and just get a shitload of exhaust springs. I think they're on there for like, there's one of the stores on eBay you can buy a whole lot of exhaust springs for cheap. And same as I need more 4 millimeter set screws. Because for whatever reason, I keep losing them out of the end of the exhaust pipe, headers. Looks like I'm Robin. Good one. There's one in this Orion pipe. All right, now I'm gonna make a hanger. First, I should check and see what size screw that is in the chassis plate before I get the hanger bent up and I can't get it into the fucking chassis plate. There we go, that'll work. Just need a nut and a washer. Washer and a nut. Okay, that'll work. Okay, now we gotta make a hanger. I got any bicycle spokes left. I'm kind of running out of shit all over the place now. Really. That's what happens when you build too many in a row. That'll work good. First thing I do is I bend the hoop. Yeah, I hear you, Michael. Make that hoop a little tighter. There we go. That's a nice hoop. Perfect. Okay. We'll go there. Marker. And you go 90 degrees from there. That'll work. Trim it off right about there. You're going to bend that out just a bit. Okay. Now, where did that fucking washer go now? Okay. Man, fat fingers and little tiny washers kind of suck. Yeah, it should be pretty gnarly in the old traction department. I believe you're not wrong there. Why is it always the last tool you grab out of the package? like a cardinal rule. Okay. Down there. Just a little bit. Make sure you get a little bit of down bias so it drains. There. There. Mocked up. Put the top back on the Sharpie. Or I forget. Now, it's getting there. So there. We're getting close, guys. I think that'll be, it's getting close to being a runner. It's these little ways off yet. Fuel lines and whatnot, and then it'll need a clutch and a flywheel, and that may end up being another day. But I'll take the stand out so we can see what it stands like on its own. I think that'll be pretty good. Seems like the stance is decent. It rolls nice. What do you guys think? Sort out some odds and ends, like some like the we'll have to figure out an air filter. Gotta figure out the clutch. A radio gear. I have all radio gear and everything for it. So it'll just be, I think the biggest thing is going to be the clutch. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate that. Yeah, I really don't think I got a clutch for it. I don't know if I want to order another Chinesium clutch. I did one of them and another one not that long ago, and it actually didn't turn out too bad, but my God, it was a pain in the ass to install. And I don't know if I want to do that again. I think I may spend the $60 and buy the Reds one again. And then, because I got to order the body anyway, so I got to order a body for it, because it's, and apparently you can still buy, like on AMain, I can still buy the this body, a painted body for this thing, so which is cool. And then yeah, so it should be good, and it wasn't outrageous. I think it was like $50 Canadian or something like that. Hey Lotus, it's a whole car now. Yeah, it's getting there. Like I said, I don't have a clutch for it. I have a bell, don't have a clutch, so I got to sort that out. We got the diff sorted. It seems to be, yeah, it's definitely, it's not slipping anymore. So that's good. Now we just gotta, like I said, I gotta sort out the radio gear, I gotta sort out the clutch and an air filter, and yeah, so it should be a runner pretty soon. And like I said, I figured out what was wrong with that Protec. It was mostly to do with the I thought it needed a pinch, but it's still got amazing compression. It's just shimmed for 20%, not for 30%. I assumed because it came from in that buggy that it was set for 30%. It's not, it's set for 20. What, why would you say that, BBT? Is it because of my Canadian accent? Is that why you say about Terrence and Phillip? I know some days I sound way more Canadian than other days. Today I sound really Canadian. You have 24 of these, Richard? No, at least it doesn't. Oh wow. That's a lot of Infernos. That's a lot of Nitro and brushless. Wow. I don't have 24 of one particular kit, that's for sure. The most I have is MGTs. Well, before we call her a night, did you guys want to, we can do another quick tour of the collection for the evening and then call it? Or we can just call it. Up to you guys. I know I haven't done a tour of the collection for a while. Let's do it, Northeast. All right. Let me tidy up here a sec. Okay. I always like to show off my collection. We'll start over here. Some of you guys have seen this collection before, but obviously I'll take it goes down there, back here. So I'll start up here with my JATOs. There's two JATOs there, another one over there. This one on the end is the one that I kind of infamously call the backwards piston JATO, because that's when I bought it. The piston was backwards. That one I own new. And then that one I picked up in another deal with a bunch of guys. It runs pretty good too. There's my MGT Mini. I'll do 2 shelves down at a time. There's my original T-Max 2.5. That thing is in really good shape. My T-Max 3.3 and MGT 8.0. That was on a video last week. There's my other, that's my MGT 4.6 that has a 5.9 HPI in it. There's my MGT 8.0. That is my MGT 4.21 with the SHP3 28 in it. There's an MGT 8.0, different generation. There's my Bling Bling 8 MGT 4.6 with all the aluminum shit on it. This is my OG MGT, the one that I tried to beat Rinks Challenge with last year. Has the Force 28 in it. This thing, for whatever reason, does wheelies like a savage. And that is my Losi 8T version 2. That's my Jammin' Truggy with the, oh my God, I forget, Axial 0.28 in it. And there's the one with the Dynamite 28 in it. This is my Associated T3 with the LRP 0.32. That's my all original except for the wheels MGT 0.21. Savage 25. Savage 4.6X. This is my Techno 2.0 from Nitrojection. This is my Associated, this is my Page one. So this one is the one that's all new with the Reds 21 and autographed Mario Rossi engine. Savage Excel. Losi 8T, the new one. Up there. Tough to get up there. That is my Duratrax Rays. Hot Bodies ST Truggy. This is my all original Hyper 21 with the Hyper 21 8-port. This is the OFNA LX. That's my Associated 8. Losi 8 buggy, all new. I bought that brand new. My Kyosho MP9, bought that new. It's in really good shape. This is my Serpent SRX8 with the Alpha 27 in it. And then there's my Mugen with the Orion. This is my Trashco, I call it. It's a Kyosho buggy with a Traxxas powertrain in it. That is a Acme buggy, came from Joe from Europe. This is my JQ Racing Black buggy with the Axial 0.28 in it. This is my Hot Bodies with the STS. This is my other Techno buggy from John with the Reds R5R. That is my original, period correct, Hyper 7 with a OS 0.30 VG. Man, that's a mouthful. Thunder Tiger S3 or EB4. That's my S3 with the Chronos. That's all original with the 0.21 Team Associated engine. These are my pair of Hyper 8s with both with OS Speeds engines in them and OS clutches. There's my other Hyper 8 with the 8-port Pico. And this is my OFNA Hyper 7 Pro with the, that's where I put that engine. So that's my Losi 427 in that thing. That's my MBX. That's all original, everything, even the tires. There's my Jammin' with the Axial 0.28 RR. That's my Hot Bodies buggy up there. Everybody knows that one. That's my original USA one that came from Hybrid. That's my Associated RC10. My WR8. My Aftershock. And my LST. And up there, screwed to the ceiling, is my XRC one. And then in the house, there's three kits in the house, my OFNA Pirate and my O'Donnell's, as well as my Fortec. There It's good. It's good to test my knowledge to see if I can actually remember them all as I go. Sometimes it takes a bit to get stumbly when you're going through it, but there. That's her anyway, in a nutshell. Thanks, Michael. Let's see what I got for comments.
Sometimes it takes a bit.
You like the ceiling kit, Texas? It's up there on the timeout because it's a horrendous piece of shit. It does run, but the engine's sacked out pretty bad, and it's just a pile. Thanks, Hybrid. I appreciate the compliments. I do try to pride myself on the display. Sometimes I come out here and just sit and look at it and admire it. I've had my JATOs out a few times, Lotus, actually. I seen your comment there. I can't run a JATO without smiling. They're just so much fun to run. I love them. And that one on the end at the top there that I call the backwards piston one, I don't know why that runs so good, but it runs solid. And I never even have to touch it for a tune. It just runs solid all the time. Yeah, it's so unlike Traxxas. It's just perfect all the time. Doesn't matter. I pull it out, it runs. I'm scared to touch it. It just runs perfect. So I leave it alone.
It's so unlike Traxxas. It's just perfect all the time. Doesn't matter. Pull it out, runs. I'm scared to touch it. It just runs perfect. So I leave it alone.
But on that note, fellas, I think I'll call her an evening. I've got some whiskey in the house with my name on it, and I'm going to go curl up in my old man chair and watch some other YouTube videos from you guys and have a relax. And I hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. I may or may not be on tomorrow. If I can get done everything I need to get done before the work week, I'll be on regular time tomorrow, which I should be. I should still be on regular time tomorrow. So as long as nothing else happens, and then we can carry on working on this thing and see if we can get any further. I'll dig around through my clutches and stuff in the morning and see if I can find something to work.
As long as nothing else happens, then we can carry on working on this thing and see if we can get any further. I'll dig around.
I should be able to at least dig up enough stuff that we can at least fire it up and see how it goes. So, but I'll say goodnight to everybody, and thank you everybody for coming. And I do appreciate everybody having to come into my live, and I had a great time. Have a great evening, everybody. Take care. Hey, where's my off button? Oh. There it is. Have a good one, everybody.